Hey everyone, it's Matt with the Milwaukee Road. Quick update on the layout. One thing I changed, I got a new picture up on the wall. It's the stamp of the Hiawatha, first day it was issued. Moving on from that, what I've done is, in the Jones yard, I have all my Atlas custom turnouts all laid out, and they're all going to be getting replaced, and then all the ground throws will be put on. So they're all set, ready to go. Just have to move some cars and rip up the track. Moving on from that, I really have not gotten a lot done. The reason for that is my wife and I ended up making little T-Track modules for Train Fest this year. So we've been pretty much focused on building those two because my buddy just went up to Wisconsin and he ended up having to take them up with him. So moving on from that, I have a Pennsylvania heavyweight sitting over here by the scrapyard where they're actually disassembling it. So I'm going to need to get a couple of worker guys working on it, get some acetylene torches as if they're you know, just cutting it up into pieces for the scrapyard. Then a couple other things that I have. I just got this. It's the CSX Spirit of America special engine. It was supposed to be, I believe it was in '92 that this was out running. I'm not 100% certain, but I believe that's what it was. Then I have a couple of little SD20s that will be getting remade, or I shouldn't say remade, excuse me, GP20s, not SDs. They're GP20s that are going to be repainted in the Milwaukee scheme, and I don't know if I'm going to keep them or sell them. The only thing that I really have done is I worked on my river scene, and I got that all done. It's all painted. The only thing that I have to do now is just kind of fill the molds, get some boulders out there and place them in there, and then put some water in and do the sides, and it's ready to go. And I also have, I don't know if you remember, but I have 2 sets of the canoers that will be going in there. So that's pretty much all set, ready to go. You can see how I kind of have that, the brickwork kind of into the mountain itself, or into the hillside, I should say. The only other thing that I'm going to do with this is, I don't know, but on one of these rungs, I'm actually going to have a fisherman sitting up there and fishing. The other thing I'm going to do is either over here or probably right over here, have a couple other fishermen fishing in the river, just to kind of give it a little extra. Moving on from there, I did this right here. Instead of having this all gravel, I'm actually going to fill this in with grass over here, and it's just going to be a little road to the shipping and handling facility. And then coming around, I haven't done anything on this side yet, or I shouldn't say anything extra on this side. The only other thing I'm going to do is I had a request for showing the Wisconsin Central yard. Now, I do not have a name for this yard yet. Just kind of trying to figure out what family member I'm going to name it after. But as you can see, this third line right here comes in off the middle track. This is actually the yard lead in, where it splits off into the for the rolling stock. And then I also have 2 custom painted cabooses ready to go, and all my Wisconsin Central engines on the ready tracks, and my newest one that was custom painted by my buddy, the secondary operation look and listen. Sorry. But I also have the roundhouse right here. Gonna have a little access road getting to that in the back. And then I have the yard, office, and tower right there. And coming off, I'll have the access road. You can see where it's drawn in. And that will come out to my main road right here. Then I also have, coming around this way, I have 3 tracks that go into my engine facility yard, or my engine facility building. And I'll have that thing lit up and make some little welding colors going off or some lights. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do over here, but hopefully it'll turn out pretty good. Then the other thing that I have is for the inside loop, right here it actually splits off and goes into two separate staging tracks. And then from there, if they have to go into the Wisconsin Central yard, they can actually use the crossover right there to pick them up and bring them in. Other than that, that is pretty much all that I have gotten done on this. Like I said, I've spent a majority of the time with my wife working on the N-Track modules, so this kind of took a back seat to that. Other than that, if you have any questions, if you want to see something, let me know. I'm hoping to get a little bit more accomplished for the next video, but this is as far as I've gotten, and the only thing is I'm not 100% positive on how this river looks. This is already the 3rd paint job for it, so we're gonna see if I'm gonna keep that or repaint it. Not quite sure yet. I apologize for the sniffles. I'm coming down with a little bit of a cold, so I apologize about that. Other than that, that is all that I have new on the layout. So again, if you have any questions, comments, let me know. Thanks.